Also, since this is a Catholic school, you can expect that despite its modern aspects, it still has its traditional values and views. And with these traditional values comes a uniform for the school. So, once again, unlike our neighboring colleges like St. Benilde and De La Salle, we do have uniform that we are required to wear. So this is what the SSC college uniform looks like. This will be the uniform that you will be wearing unless they specify a specific uniform for you. Like for example, in BS Psychology, you will eventually be required to wear like scrubs, and people in accountancy also have a specific uniform, I think, and then hospitality also has their specific uniform. But anyways, so this is like the default college uniform, and it kind of looks similar to the senior high school uniform of SSC, with the main difference being like there's a line on the sleeve for senior high school, so that's the difference. Anyway, here's the skirt version of the college uniform. So there's the white blouse with the patch of, say, Scholastican College Manila, and the skirt, the azure blue skirt, which almost looks like a pencil skirt, but it's kind of looser than a pencil skirt. And then heels, black heels. And there's this specific rule in the uniform code wherein you have to wear like 1.5-inch heels when you're going to wear the skirt. And when you choose to wear the pants, you can opt for flatter shoes, like not completely flat like doll shoes. Your shoes for when you wear pants has to have at least like a 0.5 heel, which is obviously flatter than the heels you will be wearing for with your skirt, but at least it's more comfortable for, you know, moving around and stuff. Back then, actually back when my sister was still in SSC, they were a lot more stricter with their uniform rules. Like your shoes need to be like plain black shoes. So for example, these are actually plain black shoes, and these love the price. Actually, I haven't removed that yet, but they are plain, and you're not allowed to have like straps or like designs on your shoe. But nowadays they're more lenient with that. So as long as they're like leather or leatherette shoes, they're fine. As long as they're black shoes with the heel that's corresponding to the uniform that you're wearing. And then you also need to wear either you need to wear like skin colored foot socks, or like black socks, or you know there's like skin colored socks. You can also wear that. Here's my ID. This is the lanyard of the Psychology Society organization. This is not the original lanyard, by the way. This one is the original like default lanyard that you will be getting. So when you get your ID for the first time, you will be receiving like your ID card, of course, verified and validated, and then you have a card holder for your ID card, and then this is the default lanyard. So it says St. Scholastica's College, and then this side says Ora et Labora, which means prayer and work. So, and then the logo in this side. Each organization has like its own lanyard. It's not necessarily required for you to like buy and have the lanyard of your organization, but when you do walk around the school, you will be seeing a lot of students wearing or preferring to wear their ID with the lanyard of their organization. And each organization's lanyard has a different color. So for example, this is Psychology Society's lanyard, which is like a blue and white color. It says Psychology Society here on this side, and this side says St. Scholastica's College. And then this is the official logo of the organization. And they also have the keychain that they were selling back in, I believe, org fair or recruitment week, I don't remember. And then here's my ID. Of course, there's my picture, there's my ID number, full name, and my course, BSB, BS Psychology. And then I actually covered it, I don't know if you can see, I covered it in like a, you know those like clear pockets for like photo cards and stuff. It has like sparkles. And then at the back, just a cute little ghost asking for a hug. It's a sticker. And this one is a beep card, which students use for when they need to ride the LRT. And then because there was at one point SSC collaborated with Beep to give students a chance to get the beep cards, because it was at one point really difficult. I think it's still pretty difficult to get it right now, because under normal circumstances you would have to be really early to the line and you would have to wait a long time. And then you will actually be receiving 2 whistles, or at least that's what happened to us. So when you first get your ID along with your lanyard, your card holder, and your ID card, they will also give you a whistle to hold on to for emergencies. And then this whistle was given to us, it was given to us back when we received our NSTP shirt, which by the way, you will have like a specific t-shirt for NSTP 1 and 2, so you will be having to wear every NSTP session. A little tour of the IDs. I already showed you these parts. This pin is a cute little cat pin that I got from one of the cosplay conventions that I went to. It has sparkles, but it's not showing on camera. And this pin says Good Governance Enjoyer, which is, I remember from recruitment week as a freshie when I joined the Student Commission on Elections organization of SSC, which is basically the organization responsible for managing the student council elections and stuff. And then this ribbon pin was something that we wore every day since protests against the corruption of government and stuff. Here's the pants version of the uniform. Similar concept, the blouse, and instead of skirt, of course, there's the azure pants. And these are my, flat shoes, the 0.5 heel, and the same, foot socks. Back then, there used to be days where you're required to wear a skirt, known as skirt days. I believe that was Mondays and Thursdays. Correct me if I'm wrong. But nowadays, I don't think that it happened during our batch. But nowadays, they're more lenient on that. You can decide whether you wear pants or skirt, or you can wear like pants throughout the week or all skirt throughout the week. It's all up to you. However, there are times that they would prefer if you do wear a skirt. For example, if you're helping out with an event, like for example, scholars will opt to become usherettes for events like anniversaries and alumni events. So because they're usherette, them becoming usherettes will add hours to the their community service record, so they can get finished faster with that. They would usually prefer if you wear your skirt when you do the usherette thing. Since I am required by default to wear my uniform, I decide to personalize it a bit by wearing things like vests or like cardigans and stuff. And I was actually inspired to do this by one of my friends who is taking up like a music major in SSC. And I saw her wearing a vest on top of her blouse, so I thought, why not try that? And I remember the first time I tried wearing this on top of my uniform, and I was kind of nervous going through the bag check because I thought I would be like sanctioned for like not wearing proper uniform, but I was able to go through safely. So now I'm more confident to like wear vests and stuff on top of my blouse. I guess it's as long as you're wearing like the recommended uniform, no matter how you like personalize it with like cardigans, jackets, vests, it's all fine as long as you're wearing the uniform properly. And also this is an important detail, because you could get sanctioned if you don't do this. It will be counted as not wearing the uniform properly. The blouse has to be tucked in to the either pants or skirt, depending on what you're wearing. It has to be tucked in. Otherwise, if your blouse is hanging out like this, it'll be considered not wearing the uniform properly. So you have to check that your blouse is tucked in properly. Or I guess there will be times where if you're a freshie and you don't know that yet, they are more forgiving with that. But they will remind you to like, oh, can you please tuck in your blouse into your pants or your skirt? This is the PE uniform. It has a phoenix, like a azure blue phoenix, and it says St. Scholastica's College, Scions. So fun fact, if they say something like, oh, you should wear your Scion shirt, this is what they're referring to, the PE shirt. And then azure blue jogging pants with white line detailing. It has 2 pockets, and on this side it says St. Scho. And then like running shoes, I like to use my New Balance white running shoes. In terms of like running shoes, or what we call rubber shoes, color doesn't really matter. Even sock color doesn't really matter because you can't really see it anyway. But yeah, as long as you're wearing rubber shoes or running shoes, it'll be fine. And a lot of, or like majority of your PE classes will take place in dance hall, which is in the 4th floor, I believe, of Odillion building. So, and the dance hall generally has like a slippery floor, so it will require you to enter there with rubber shoes on, so to make sure like you don't slip, because wearing black shoes there can be a bit dangerous because it's slippery. And in the back actually of this, it says Rise, Fly, Soar. So this t-shirt is generally something you can use in terms of like events, like sports day, or like specific events where they require you to wear an SSC shirt rather than the uniform. So this is like a safe thing to wear, and you can wear like jogging pants with it, or like you can wear like jeans or something like that. Next I want to show you is the NSTV shirt. This is not something that you can immediately buy because I believe they will have to take time to like source it and stuff. But this is the shirt that I was saying that also comes with a whistle, because it's part of like disaster preparedness and stuff like that. This is what it looks like. At least this is the student version. I believe the version for professors is like same design but like white instead of like dark blue. And then on the back, it says this. And then for bottoms, you can usually wear like jeans, or like you can also opt to wear the jogging pants for in the PE uniform, and you can wear any shoes basically. I usually opt to wear my running shoes or like sneakers. I also sometimes like to wear like denim skirts with my NSTP shirt. If I know that we're not really going to do anything physical and we're just going to have a lecture or like a seminar, I usually wear a denim skirt. And usually, this is based on my experience anyway, but like for the first semester, usually you mostly just go through like lectures, film viewing, like seminars, and NSTP, by the way, is a really great opportunity to like have yourself known by the professor by volunteering to host the session. So like the professor usually assigns students, but you can like volunteer to become like a host of a seminar or like a lecture. And hosting usually means like you would be leading like the flow of the program, and you do things like, may I call on this speaker to talk about so and so, you know what I mean? And there's also aside from this shirt, you also have like a specific shirt for your organizations. I do have like my shirt for Psychology Society. I also plan on getting like the polo version of that shirt because I haven't bought one yet from last year. We also have this shirt called the anniversary shirt, which looks like this, 1906 to 2026, because 1906 is when, or was when, SSC was officially established here in the Philippines. It says 1906 to 2026, celebrating St. Scholastican College Manila, 120 years of Ora et Labora. And it has the school's logo here, and it has Ora et Labora within the 120. And at the back, it has the school's logo, St. Scholastica's College Manila, since 1906. I'm not sure if they're going to require upcoming freshies to also purchase this. I mean, we do use it a lot for like activities related to the founding of the school, the anniversary, any like creative events related to that. And yeah, I guess we'll see if they'll also require you to buy it. And then for your information about the uniform on where you can buy it, based on my experience in my freshie or upcoming freshie year, part of the enrollment process was of course ordering your uniform. So that starts with having your measurements taken, and it will take like a few days or maybe even a week for your uniform to be finished. And where you can have your measurements taken is in SSC's high school cafeteria, where within that cafeteria there's also like a section or like a room there dedicated to like a bookstore which has like school supplies, textbooks. They also have like keychains and like souvenirs and like groceries and stuff. And they also have like snacks and drinks on one corner, and like ice cream as well. So you can buy your blouse, skirt, pants, and your PE uniform as well. Your NSTP shirt will be given by your professor, so you can't buy this immediately along with the rest of your other uniforms. And in purchasing the blouse, this patch is purchased separately from the blouse. But when you do buy the blouse and the patch at the same time, they will sew the patch onto the collar for you. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. But just so you know, the purchase of the patch and the purchase of the blouse are separate. In the bookstore, as I mentioned, there are textbooks, and there are like specific textbooks that you will be needing to buy, especially for your theology classes. For example, this is a book that we were required to have for our second semester Theology 2 class. It's called At the Heart of Jesus by Rebecca G. Cacho. It's a theological reflection of the 1593 Ama Namin, because Theology 2, at least based on our experience, is focused on the Our Father prayer or the Ama Namin. You will be basically deep diving on what each of the lines and the sections mean, and like what's the message behind each line, stuff like that. So you can either opt to buy this in the bookstore, or you can ask like upperclassmen if they still have it and they're no longer using it, or you know, maybe you have like siblings who are done with their freshman year or are graduates now, since you know a batch of SSC recently graduated last June. So maybe like some of you guys are like siblings of those graduates. Maybe you can ask them if they still have it. But yeah, this is something that you will need because it's good, like a good deep dive on what the lessons will be focusing on. It's also good like additional source material. I mean, the professor, if you're going to be having the same professor as the professor we had, she is good with posting material that you can review, like PowerPoints and YouTube videos. But I believe that this is where like essentially a lot of her lessons revolve in. So I believe it's really important to have this book. So I already covered a lot in this video, and the lighting even changed because I have been filming for quite a while now. I hope you find this little Froshie guide helpful, and I hope it also helps you to become a little less nervous, a little more informed for those who are upcoming freshies for SSC Manila. I hope you enjoy your stay in SSC Manila as well, um, regardless of what program you're going to be joining in. And also, I forgot to mention that there will be events where you don't need to wear any of these uniforms. Of course, there will be like certain events, especially like with organizations. Like there are like festival like events where you, instead of wearing these uniforms, you can wear like, oh, make sure to wear something that's color yellow or something like that. Also in recruitment week, you have the option to wear something based on the theme of the recruitment week. So right now we're kind of like finalizing what the theme will be, but last time, like back when we were freshies, the theme was basically like cartoons and nostalgia. So we had like this thing called a DP Blast, where basically you have like a frame for your Facebook profile picture, and you would use like pictures from your childhood and stuff. And each organization had like different cartoon themes. Like for example, Psychology Society opted to use Powerpuff Girls as their theme. One organization had like Strawberry Shortcake. One had Tinkerbell, Fairly Odd Parents, Monster High, all of that stuff. SpongeBob. So it's all up to like the org's members and their creativity. And yeah, I hope you guys also look forward to upcoming events. I also hope you guys look forward to where this diary series is going. I hope to like document some like maybe college life things, what it's like be a psychology student in SSC. And yeah, I hope you guys follow my journey, and I hope you find this video helpful. So yeah, I also am looking forward to making more episodes for this series. So I hope you guys stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of my next upload. Until the next entry. Bye!